But anyway, the highlight of my career was in 1988. I got to fight on national television against the four-time world champion, Roberto Duran, hands of stone. And like most fighters who fought Roberto Duran, I lost. The fight was scheduled for 10 rounds. I hung with him for 6 rounds. I fought my heart out for 6 rounds. But when I sat on my stool between the 6th and 7th round, the doctor came in and looked at this horrific cut I had, and the blood was flowing into my eye, and I couldn't see out of my left eye. My lip was split. But so they stopped the fight between the 6th and the 7th. But I got some punches in. I busted his eye open, and I'm really happy about that. I'm probably the only person in this room tonight that they can honestly say that they got to ride in the back of an ambulance with Roberto Duran. Because we both had to go get sewed up. Anyway. I didn't come in there to lay down, but he was definitely the better man. Yeah. So I wrote this song right here based on something he said. The last verse is about the fight, but you'll see. My boss man said you better get to work before I have to let you go. He just walks around and he pays no mind to the sweat dripping off of my nose. But after 12 long years of him dogging me out, there's one thing I've learned, well, I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Y'all know what I'm talking about? My girlfriend, she went out on me 151 times. At least she was honest enough to admit it when she wasn't too busy lying. So I came to a realization the last time she kicked my tail. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. If you've ever been on the receiving end, then you know what it's like. A losing situation has been the story of my life. But I ain't gonna let it beat me down, and someday I'll prevail. Yes, I will. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. All right. This is that part I was telling y'all about. I climbed in the ring with Roberto Duran, and the punches began to rain down. He hit me with a dozen hard uppercuts, and my corner threw in the towel. I asked him why he had to knock me out, and he summed it up real well. He said, I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. If you've ever been on the receiving end, then you know what it's like. A losing situation has been the story of my life. But I ain't gonna let it beat me down, and someday I'll prevail. Yes, I will. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Thank you. When I'm at home on Sundays, I go to church with my wife and my daughter. Every morning when we get ready on Sunday, I always wind up getting ready way before she is. You know, I'm just sitting around waiting on her. And so I usually just go out in the car and sit in the driveway and look at TikTok, you know, or something like that. Let me plug this thing in. But anyway, we like to take coffee with us when we go to church. On the way, we drink coffee. And I got one of them thermal cups, you know, it's got a lid on it. And we got about 20 of them in the house. But for whatever reason, my wife refuses to bring out one of them cups with a top on it. She comes out there with an actual cup of coffee. She notoriously spills all the time. And so, sure enough, here she came with her cup of coffee out to the car. And I started to think about, what would Jesus say? And I said, honey, I said, I'm just curious. I see that you have a regular coffee cup, but we got a bunch of those thermal cups with the lids on. I said, I'm just curious why you don't get one of them. And she said, I've got my reasons. Something had been boiling under the surface. But anyway, and then right when we pulled out of the driveway, I hit a little bump, and that coffee went all over her. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. But inside I went, bam! She never gonna learn. Anyway, marriage is, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you're married, you get into them little things all the time, over little silly stuff. But if you love that person you're with, you'll come back. Love will always bring you back. And that's what this song's about. We've been here before, that slamming door ain't nothing new. You'll stay with a friend, I'll pour some gin to forget you. We both try to move on, but we don't stay gone too long. We're just breaking up for good again. It's over, but it never ends. We both want out, then we both want in. We're just breaking up for good again. Anger, tears, and pride are hard to hide. I lost my cool. I said some hurtful things I did not mean. I was a fool. I know we need some space. I'll call you in a couple days. We're just breaking up for good again. It's over, but it never ends. We both want out, and we both want in. We're just breaking up for good again. We've come this far by now, we know we'll never let each other go. We're just brave.